Join with me in the awareness of the One. Sit back and relax. Allow your body to just feel comfortable. Acknowledge any places of tension. And then simply let them go. Take a deep breath now. And gently exhale. And allow the whirling thoughts of the day to gently just dissipate. Moving into the stillness. Moving into a state of ultimate relaxation. Allow any sounds that you may hear to just fade off into the distance, allowing you to simply go deeper. Allow any feelings of tension to just simply relax. And bring your attention back to your breathing and to the sound of my voice. Join with me in consciousness as I speak this prayer of faith in the first person, present tense, and positive. I invite you to allow the words that I speak to be the words of your own heart. And know that as we join together, we are creating a collaborative impression in the mind of God. We are initiating a deep sense of faith. And we are allowing the creation of tremendous power to be generated through this collective thinking. As we share the message to the world through who we are. So join me in the I. Take a deep breath. Faith is a trust. Faith is being sure of what I hope for and certain of what I do not see. As I breathe and relax into this knowing, into this trust, into this faith, I know my word has power and returns to me in kind. So today I surrender myself completely to this faith. For I know there is a creative spirit which gives substance to this faith. Spirit creates according to my thoughts. I expect to see my good. And I celebrate with expectancy. My good is here now. I know my faith activates divine law, always, in all ways. I have faith, confidence, belief, and trust in an intimate and personal relationship with the divine. I begin with faith, for even before a prayer is answered, or before I have received it, I know that my desire for it is already the evidence of its existence for me within spirit. Anything is possible for spirit. And my desires are the evidence of what is available for me in spirit, through me. As I survey my life experiences, I see evidence of spirit's answer to my heart's desires. I believe in the divine creator, spirit, the one, eternal, absolute, and only cause of all things seen and unseen. This one is in and through all of creation. It is in me, and it is so much more. Life, in all its forms and manifestations, is the expression of spirit, and it is good. It is infinite, all-knowing, and all-powerful. I am an individualized expression of spirit as me, and all people are individualizations of this one spirit. As spirit, I am also eternal, immortal, and my individual soul continues to expand in perpetuity. I believe heaven is a state of mind and is within me. And I experience it to the degree that I am consciously aware of it. So today I open up and awaken to even more awareness, more knowing, and more experiences, and my faith grows. I believe the ultimate goal of life is to be free to express my authentic nature and to be an example for others to do the same. I believe in the unity of all life, and my highest understanding of spirit and the personal spirit are one God. I believe God is personal to all who seek and feel this indwelling presence, and even if they do not feel it, it is there always. I believe my intuitive and spiritual nature are direct connections with spirit, and everyone can have and express the truth by awakening to the indwelling spirit. And with every breath I take, I awaken more and more to the reality of the inner spirit, of the inner wisdom, of the inner infinity. I believe spirit, which is God, operates through a divine mind, which is the law of good, and I am immersed in, surrounded by this creative mind. It always receives my deep-held feelings, thoughts, and beliefs, and acts upon them with a resounding yes. I believe in the healing of illness through the power of mind. I believe in the transformation of circumstances through the power of this mind. I believe God, which is life, is eternal goodness and eternal loving kindness, eternally giving to all. I believe and understand the life of all things seen and unseen is God. So I live my life in faith, knowing that my faith is ever expanding as I awaken to the truth of my being, as I experience the truth of my being in my reality. And so as I bring my attention back to the room and back to this place, everywhere I look, I see spirit within and as everything. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is.
Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry when, where, or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile. Amazing.
Hi. Testing,
You will
testing. Good.
Amazing things. Amazing. Amazing. You will do amazing things. Sing it with me and just look at somebody for a second. Look at somebody else. Amazing. You will do amazing things. Oh, I know you will. Amazing. Yes, amazing. You will do amazing things. Can you feel that? Such beautiful energy we created right here. Now what I want us to do is imagine that we filled this room and we're going to send it out into the world. This knowing, this positive, beautiful spiritual energy. Let's sing, we will do amazing things. Amazing. Amazing. We will do amazing things. Oh, now what I'd like you to
And
do
the
with
other thing is you could sit at this side of the room, and
deepest
then if you want to
conviction
go
and
into the
sincerity, place your hand over your own heart tell yourself the truth. I will do amazing things. Amazing. Amazing. I will do amazing things. Amazing. Amazing. I will do amazing. You will do amazing things.
I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you, and so it is. I see the child in you. I see the sweetness in you. I see the softness in you, and so it is. I can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the goodness in you. I see the wisdom in you. I see the strength in you, and so it is. I see the joy that's in you. I see your light shining through. I see the love that's in you, and so it is. I can see it. It's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the grace that's in you. I see the courage in you. And I see the heart that's in you. And so it is. And I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the greatness in you. And so it is. I see the beauty in you. I see the beauty in you. I see the power in you. I see the power in you. And I see the greatness in you. I see the greatness in you. And I see the goodness in you now. I see the goodness in you. And I see the wisdom in you. I see the wisdom in you. Oh, I see your strength, your strength. I see the strength in you. And I see your joy, joy, joy. I see the joy in you. And I see your light shining, light. I see the light in you. And I feel the love that's in you. I see the love in you. And I see the grace that's in you. I see the grace in you. And I see the courage in you. I see the courage in you. And I see the heart in you. I see the heart in you. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.
I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes of the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy, and happiness is yours and is mine. I am blessed and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? Let me hear you say, all is well, all is well. Divine Spirit is directing me right now. All is well, oh, all is well, all is well, and unfolding as it should. I am cloaked in the Spirit, I am fed by the divine. I am one with all that is, my soul is free from time. I am blessed and so are you. And don't it feel good to know? Don't it feel good just to know that my soul is free from time, and all I got to do is change my mind. I'm free, y'all. Don't it feel good? All the way and unfolding as it should.
Okay. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, is to start. Okay, you tell me when. Oh, I'm on it. Good morning, everybody, on this beautiful snowy day. Maybe not. Yeah, I am. Am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to our spiritual community. It's great to have you with us today. And we will start with the first song.
Strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the help of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. Sing it with me. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Way to go, Emilio. I love this song. And now to lead us on our spiritual journey, Rev Ann Aukangas.
Hi, everybody. So great to see you here. Thank you, Agnes and Emilio. Fantastic. So we're having our first real snow here in Hamilton today, and it's the first day of Advent and the first day of Hanukkah. So let's celebrate all of it. And if you're here for the first time and you're online, I would like to say welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a special gift for you if you would like to receive it. It's a special notebook with some Aboriginal art. And just put your name and your contact information in the comment section below this video. And so let's go on to the next slide. Thank you. So our core values at Unity are, and let's say these together if that's comfortable: diversity, generosity, gratitude, integrity, love, spirit-led, and wisdom. And we're dedicating this service to the Photo with Santa Day. Now, we are a tithing center, which means that 10% of all of our contributions go back out into the community. And so we are focusing on showing our generosity to the children of this community. And they are coming from the Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and all of the children that are included in that here in the Hamilton-Halton region. And I think it's a wonderful thing when you can have a stranger give you something of value. And so that's what we are doing right now as our giving back to the community. So let's begin with an opening intention. So I invite you to close your eyes at this moment, just to kind of block out all of the things that are going on in the room that you're in, and allow the focus that right now might be on all of your thoughts to just be set aside for a moment, and bring your attention to your heart center. For this is the place where I find it the easiest to connect with Spirit. So take a deep breath, hold it for a moment, and just let it out, and let out everything that no longer serves you out with that breath. I know there is one divine presence, one divine essence, one absolute mind of God, and it is everywhere present, seen and unseen. And it is my life. It is more than who I am. It is everything in life. And I know that I create my life through my thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. And so today, as I focus on faith and this first week of Advent, I recognize that I have a deep, abiding faith in the spirit of my being. And I know as I connect that I easily move through my day. Everything that is unlike Spirit, unlike my goodness, easily and naturally falls away. So I allow my focus to be on growing my faith. Because as I do, life seems to get better and better. I feel more and more peaceful. So with a grateful heart and a true knowing that as I release this into the law of mind, it is done. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is. Next slide, please.
Here I come. Here I come. I am spirit-filled, renewed and rebuilt. I've got a song in my heart. With joy I dance my part. I am on cloud nine, one with the divine. I've got a smile on my face, and I'm ready to face the world. Here I come. Woo! Here I come. Yeah. Here I come. Oh yes, here I come. I am harmonized, upgraded and revived. I've got love in my heart and the courage to start. I am on cloud nine, one with the divine. With gratitude and grace, I am ready to face the world. Here I come. Woo! Here I come. Here I come. Oh yes, here I come. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Here I come. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Here I come. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Here I come. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Here I come. I'm ready, I'm ready. Here I come. Oh yes, here I come. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Here I come. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready.
Here I come, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Here I come, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Here I come, I'm ready.
Way to go, Emilio.
Thank you.
And now let's have the absolute word. Today is faith. Using faith, I have conviction I am on the right path. This first Sunday of Advent focuses on faith, one of my innate 12 powers, which are a subset of all divine ideas. I work faith and strength together to stay the course, fueling my capacity to be hopeful, assured, and strengthened. I express faith as hope, even when I cannot see any evidence for my hopefulness. Faith, a component of my inherent divinity, is the starting point of accomplishing all that I set out to achieve. Faith and strength boost my use of divine wisdom and understanding to discern and direct my thoughts, feelings, and actions. Through faith, I believe in all the good things and blessings to come. I believe in my unending capacity to bring them into manifestation. I celebrate and appreciate my native power of faith.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever been, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me to this present moment here, to a new beginning here. And I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. And here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Sing it with me. Here I go, closer, 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 closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of love. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm diving in. Are you? I wanted to do this one. And actually, for this month of November, this being the last Sunday of November, we're breathing in the view. And the view is from this place that we've arrived at in terms of our spiritual understanding, wherever that is on that mountain of life. So today I'd like to look at gratitude beyond gifts. And I'd like to focus on these items. There is enough. I have enough, you have enough. I am enough, you are enough. And at the heart of every circumstance is possibility and opportunity. And money, this is Mark Kinney, and he says, money is like an iron ring we put through our nose. It's now leading us around wherever it wants. We just forget that we are the ones who designed it. And it's an interesting idea, this idea of money, isn't it? Because we all think that is this tangible thing, and that somehow that piece of paper or your bank statement or something says that that's really what money is. But money is actually energy, and it's attached to our consciousness. And so is everything else in life. And so I'd like to look at that, because this is a time where there's a lot of people thinking, I wish I had more so I could give more. I wish that I had more money so I could buy more presents. Or maybe you're feeling I don't have enough and sitting in that place of lack. Wherever you are, I'd like to hope that at this point in our journey, that maybe I give you a couple of nuggets that puts that at ease. So what you appreciate, appreciates. That's Lynn Twist. And she wrote a book called The Soul of Money. And it's actually a really great book. And if you just change the word money in that title, it could be anything in your life. The soul of health, the soul of relationships, the soul of love. And so knowing that there is always enough. There is always enough. There is enough on earth for everybody's need, but not for everyone's greed. That's Gandhi. And isn't that the truth too? I don't know about you, but we have more stuff in our house than we could probably ever use, and we've purged several times as we've moved. And my husband is going in the background, as in I can purge my stuff, but not his stuff. And you have to know that I look at some of his things and I salivate at the idea of purging them, but he won't let me, so that's okay. I'll deal with my own stuff, okay? It's so much easier to throw out somebody else's things, isn't it? There's no emotion attached to it. Okay, so here's a question for you. Is your scramble to accumulate and upgrade everything about yourself and your life a kind of hunger? Do you find, maybe it's your cell phone, and you see someone who has a more modern one, and you know, yours is a flip phone perhaps or something, and you look at it and say, gee, I should have that. Or maybe it's something else. You see that the latest color for home designs is blue and your house is beige. You think, oh, I have to have that. Or maybe it's something more subtle than that. But is this idea of having newer, better, shiny and improved, is it a hunger? Or do you recognize it as, I'll do it if I want to, and if I don't want to, I won't. And I don't feel I have to justify myself. And that's a pretty strong and powerful place to be when you don't feel you have to justify what you look like, how you're dressed, what your home looks like, what car you're driving, what phone you might have, any of those things that are material things in the world. Be able to let them go and just let someone else have their opinion about it. It's an interesting idea, isn't it? And at Christmas, I don't know about you, but do you think, what can I get for most of the people that I know? And I happen to be really feeling quite affluent in my life and quite abundant and quite prosperous. And so if I want something, I go and I get it. And I have it. And I have exactly the one that I want. And if I don't, it's because it's probably too expensive at this point to get it. And I've decided, am I going to save for it or shall I just let it go? The same thing goes for most of the people in my life. So what can I get, you for instance, that you don't already have? Unless I perhaps do it as I visit with you and we spend time together. Maybe that's the gift I give. Or maybe I make something by hand. Like we were talking about, and I hope he's not listening, but Randy's son Andrew, who doesn't watch this broadcast very often, so here's hoping. We were talking about well, he watched it once. Randy's saying he never watches. So we were talking about what do we give a young man who he's now in his 40s and he was a student for many, many years and so poor with barely 2 nickels to rub together. And now that he's finally earning money, he is purchasing absolutely everything he possibly could have ever wanted, including whether he needs it or not, because he's fulfilling that hunger that he had. But the interesting thing is, what do you give someone like that? And so that's where I'm going with this, because I'm going to give away his Christmas gift here. He talked about, a little while ago, about banana cakes, and that there was a restaurant in Sudbury where he would go, and the woman was from Timmins, and she would make 12 cakes for this restaurant every month, and she would deliver them down, and there was this banana cake that was made with caramel that he thought was the best thing he had ever had. And he would go to that restaurant, didn't matter what else was on the menu, he was having that banana cake. Well, she stopped making them, she retired. So he hasn't been able to have banana cake in that way for how many years, Randy? 2 years? So I said to Randy, why don't you do something like that? Randy's our baker in the house and all of that. So I said, why don't you make him a caramel banana cake? Just talk to him casually about, so what was it about that cake that you really liked? And then Mrs. Google always has wonderful recipes. So then we went looking, and he's going to make this wonderful banana cake. So what is it that you can do that might really tickle someone's fancy, might really make them feel loved because you've gone that extra mile, that extra effort to give from your heart, not just going to a store and buying something? So the question here in all of this hunger for things, is do you really hunger for a life with meaning? And that's why you purchase things. Just a question. So Lynn Twist goes on to say, true abundance does exist. It flows from sufficiency in an experience of the beauty and wholeness of what is. Abundance is a fact of nature. And think about this, true abundance flows from sufficiency. I know it's not a word that we use very often, sufficient or sufficiency, but it's an attitude. And it's not like we say an attitude of gratitude. It's an actual inner attitude of I have enough. There is enough. And that if I slow down enough, that the answers for whatever it is that I'm hungering for do bubble up. Because where is that wisdom but within? That the quest for sustainability may be more accurately located in recognizing and affirming that we do have what we need. Not that it's disappearing and that we have to save it because it's diminishing, but that we have what we need, exactly what we need, and therefore we must make a difference with it. And you know, that's a really big one to swallow, and I'd like to cover a couple of those things. Go back to that one. Thank you. We have a problem with my clicker, for those of you online, and so I have Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. You're welcome. Moving the slides, so if they bounce back and forth, don't worry. That's our prosperity and abundance. We have lots of action and lots of volunteers. So we're looking for a way, especially if you're thinking about retiring or you just have, we're looking for a way to have enough so that we can retire and be comfortable. When we're working, we're looking that we have enough to pay to accumulate the things we want to accumulate, to pay for our house, to pay for the bills, whatever it might be. And yet we're operating often from a place of believing there isn't enough and that we have to do it all ourselves. And I guess the thing that I want you to think about when you are working towards something, are you working from a place of knowing that there's enough and you're opening up to it? Or are you working from a place of I don't have it, it might disappear if I don't do something, and a place of fear? And that's just a question, and it's not right or wrong either way, but when you work from a place of fear, from a fear consciousness, then that's what you're going to get. More reasons to be afraid. That's how it works. So I invite you as you move through this holiday season, especially when there's so much of everything that has come from people spending money and time doing things, that you come from this place of knowing, a faith that you will always be sustained. You will always have exactly what you need. Okay, I'm ready now. So I'm talking about a consciousness of sufficiency. And when I use the word consciousness, it's something that becomes like your aura. You become a magnet to sufficiency when you start to think in that way. Life may not always seem like it's enough. I know that I have had times where I thought, I don't know where the next nickel is even going to come from, let alone the next dollar. Or I don't know when something is going to happen. And that's a place of fear. And you know what? I end up really suffering when I'm in that place. Do you? Have you had those instances? Yeah.
That's when we all go out and buy a bunch of toilet paper.
Yeah, we go out and buy a bunch of toilet paper. And that's basically what happened. Anybody have any to sell now that you have excess? But in the truth, there is enough. And real abundance flows from a recognition of sufficiency. The affirmation that there is enough. Not from excess. And I guess that's the balance. You know, there's even a story in the Bible where the people are crossing the desert. They're leaving Egypt and Moses is leading them. And they don't have any food. And they're wondering, how are we going to survive? And in that story, and of course it's a metaphysical story, is that manna from heaven comes down. And there is just enough, but the people who want to try and hoard it, it just disappears. So that's the idea that hoarding is fear-based, which means that you have more reasons to be afraid. So how can you be comfortable with what you have or what you receive is really the question. Where are you putting your faith? So there is enough for everyone. To experience enough, we have to be willing to let go. Let go of a lifetime of scarcities, lessons, and lies. And you know what? We have had a lot of people tell us that, you have to work hard for money, and if you don't have money, you're not good enough, or you won't survive, or any of that. If you're not this, you're not that, then you don't have enough. But I want you to know, and I'm going to look at each of you in this room, you are enough. You have enough. You do. And those of you at home, you have enough. I mean, just think about, you're online, you're on the internet. You have a device that you're watching this with. You have ears to be able to hear it and eyes to be able to see it. And you're in a place where you're dry and you're warm. And you're probably even in your jammies or something really comfortable, maybe even a little blankie. Like, you have enough. And maybe you were sitting here or at home thinking, oh, I wish I had more. How can you turn that around? You turn it around by saying, I'm grateful for what I have. I'm willing to start here. How can I work with what I have and have it grow perhaps, but not being attached to it growing? Next. So this is the story of Herschel and the Hanukkah Goblins by Eric Kimmel. And you can go to the next slide. So this is the goblin, and this is Herschel. And the story is a children's story that you can see either on YouTube, somebody reads it for you, or you can purchase the book. And how the story goes is that these goblins come, and they are goblins. They're gobbling up everything in sight. They're just devouring everything, and they want more, 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 more. And so this man, Herschel, says, well, I have this jar of pickles, so I'll give you a pickle. So he gives the goblin a pickle. So here you go, have a pickle, and he's just enjoying it so much and slurping away, and he sees the jar and there's more pickles. He wants all the pickles. So he says, well, then take the jar, you can have more pickles. And the goblin puts its hand in and grabs all the pickles, but what happens is he can't pull his hand out because he's hanging on to all the pickles. And he looks at Herschel, and it's like, what do I do now? And he says, shall I tell you how to break the spell? Yes, says the goblin. I can't stand it anymore because, of course, he's hanging on and he wants to eat those pickles, but they're not coming out of the jar. Let go of the pickles, Herschel replies. Your greed is the only spell holding you prisoner. And so what are you hanging on to that no longer serves you? That you think that way of being or behaving or thinking is going to produce different results because it hasn't up to this point? What can you let go of? The fear of scarcity has us hanging on to as much as we can get and grasping for more, and our hearts are fearful and unfulfilled. And you know, someone once said that the religion in North America is actually buying stuff and accumulating stuff. And the idea that if I don't get it, then I might miss out on something. And that's really the idea of scarcity. And that's really not true. And perhaps my wisdom of 64 years has brought me to this place. I know people who are older than me who are still in a place of scarcity. So I guess age hasn't got anything to do with it. It's my faith at this stage. So where are you in your faith of believing there's enough? Pause to consider how you're living with what you have. Are your money practices serving the idea of enough? When you make a difference with what you have, it expands. And really, we had an example of that here at Unity. We have 100 children coming on Saturday for the Photo with Santa Day. And in speaking to a woman here at Big Brothers Big Sisters, she told us that they were donated a number of items for children that they haven't been able to use this past year, and that we're welcome to have any of them. So if there is any children that we don't have toys for or gifts for that are coming on Saturday, that we can pick anything we want from what they have. Now, we didn't expect that. We just, for a moment, were kind of worried, like, how are we going to fill 100 bags for 100 kids? Like, that's actually a lot of kids. And the answer was already there. But it wasn't until we opened up to the possibility of it showing up, did it show up? So that's the same in your life. So whatever you're hanging on to that you think you have to do on your own, the only thing you have to do is let go of the belief that there isn't enough, and then allow it to come from whatever place it needs to come. The experience of fulfillment and sufficiency is accessible to you when you take the resources that you have or at whatever and choose to make a difference with them. And Big Brothers Big Sisters did that. We've done that here as well, because we believe that as we give out, we get back. And so that's why we're a tithing center. We give out to the community part of what is our good, because we know that as we step into the flow of good, of prosperity, of abundance, when we are in that consciousness, then it comes back. So how might you be more generous, perhaps? And when you think about tithing, tithing only asks for 10%. So whether that's your time, talent, or treasure, you get to keep 90% of your energy, your talents, and your treasure. And 10% is what goes out and feeds and comes back. So think about that. Next slide, please. Would you like to know yourself not for what you have or own, but for what you give? Not for what you accumulate, but for what you allocate. And are you known for that right now? I know when I first met Randy, it bothered him when I would give things away, because I would make things and I would accumulate things just because I wanted them, and then it was like I wasn't interested in them anymore. And I would give them away to someone that I thought would really enjoy it. And you'd go like, would you stop doing that? Would you stop giving all the time? Now, he's not like that now. And he's looking at me like, why are you always talking about me? He's a really big target, so, you know. Thank you, Randy. I love you. So can you be in a consciousness of giving? And what might that be? Maybe it's making a banana cake for your favorite friend or something like that. Or maybe it's just spending time with someone. Those are gifts beyond measure. So when your attention is on what's lacking and scarce in your life and in your work and in your family and in your town, then that becomes what you experience. And that's really, truly what we really are focusing on in this part of our spiritual journey. If your attention is on the problems with money or scarcity thinking, there isn't enough, more is better, that is where your consciousness lives. So just pay attention to it. If your attention is on your capacity to sustain yourself, your family, and contribute in a meaningful way to the well-being of others, then your experience of that is what you're nourished by, and it grows. Have you had that experience? I think every one of us can say it feels so good when we give. How many are really comfortable receiving? Any hands? Randy's hand is raised. I call him lovingly Lumpy, because he gets lumps of money and gifts that are really extravagant just from random people and places. And he's very good at receiving. So ask yourself, and I know it's funny. The thing is, that's why we have so much stuff, because he is lumpy. He gets stuff. And is that who you are? Do you want to be known as lumpy? Why not? So what else would you like to call it? Lumps of good. That's what I mean by lumpy. If your attention is on, oh, and I've read this one already. So now let's go into I am enough. Do you believe you're enough? I see a few eyes rolling. The lie is that you are what you have to offer. You are only worth as much as you bring to the table. And sometimes when you're not a good receiver, it can be really difficult to go with your hands empty. And the thing is that sometimes you are the gift for someone else to give. And how you receive from them is the gift to them. Because can you imagine, and maybe it's happened to you, you get something for someone, you are so excited, like, can you imagine Randy, he's going to make this cake, and what if he goes there, brings this cake, and people go, oh, okay. and just walk away. So what happened to that whole scenario? Yes, Jean is going, phew. So there's two things that happen there. One is that we do have an expectation when we give that somebody's going to graciously receive it. How can we give from a place with no attachments? Really, that's the key. Next slide. You are in the flow of good and can direct it. So life is a flow, and you have the power to direct it. It's within you, and it comes from your attitude, your choices, the words that you think and believe. You can discover your own sufficiency, your own prosperity, your own sense of enough, and your own wealth from this sense of the flow. So I invite you again, as you move through this week of faith, what are you putting your faith in? Sufficiency or not enough? Are you able to receive even if you have nothing to give? So what are your assets? What is your inner wealth? Integrity, resilience, caring, collaboration, poise, appreciation, curiosity, perspective, spirituality, humor are all assets that we all have. And in unity, we believe in the 12 faculties, which are faith, strength, wisdom, love, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, release, and life. And there was no money attached to any of that. That's who you are. That's what you bring. People who offer unconditional love and appreciation for you, who believe in you, are assets too. So just close your eyes just for a moment and just think of someone who loves you and believes in you even more than you may have believed in yourself at times, who appreciates you in spite of your funny ways or quirky ways. We talked in the car about grumpy people and how we can still love them anyways, because we know at the heart of who they are, they're not really grumpy, just their life circumstances are. Or maybe they're calling for love. At the heart of every circumstance is possibility and opportunity. And the more that life is bumping up against you, or so it feels like, there is possibility and opportunity in that. During challenges, if God was a person, he doesn't roll his eyes, go like, oh, there goes Anne again. He rolls up his sleeves if you think of God as a man. God is not a man. God is spirit, energy, who I'm made from. And spirit fills our empty hands with even greater things. So this is a video, just so you can do full screen here. Gratitude with Denzel Washington.
Say thank you.
Yep.
Say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. It's how I live my life. That's why I am. One of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for every moment that led to this day. Thank you for the hard times. They made me appreciate the good times. Thank you for the lessons. They were needed for my development. Thank you for my eyes that get to witness the miracles of today and tomorrow. Thank you for everything I take for granted. Thank you for all of my blessings. Thank you for my drive. Thank you for my spirit. Thank you for my strength. Thank you for giving me the courage to fight through the hard times. Thank you for the people in my life, those I love and those I learn from. Thank you for it all. Thank you. Thank you. It's the key that opens the door to instant happiness, unlocks the door to everything we are really seeking in life, happiness and contentment. Think about it.
no matter what you say you want, money, riches, health, to help others, why do you really want it? When you drill deep down, the only reason anyone wants anything is the feeling we believe we will get from having it. That all boils down to happiness and contentment. And the truth is, we can have it now if we are grateful. And if you get quiet, get away from the noise of the world, and think for a moment about what you could be grateful for, I'm sure you could find plenty. Be grateful there's food on the table, air in your lungs, life in your body. Get grateful that you have opportunity to take your life to a whole nother level. To decide right now that you are going to live your dreams and never settle until you do. Get grateful for the mental strength you've been given to survive the hard times. Get grateful for your limbs if you have them. Many are not so blessed. Your eyesight if you have it. Many are not so blessed. Your hearing if you have it. Many are not so blessed. The health you do have, many are in worse positions. Get grateful for that one person that has had an impact in your life, or many people if you are so blessed. Then get grateful you can choose to be that person for someone else. That one that makes a difference in someone else's life, no matter how small. Get grateful you get to experience this magical universe. Today, look for miracles. I guarantee if you are looking, you will see them. There are unlimited things to be grateful for. Open your eyes. Unlock your amazing life. It's ready for you right now.
Next slide, please. What amazing things have happened to you that you never saw coming? Maybe you can write those down as the week goes on. What negative thing turned around to be the best thing? And what has Spirit done when you couldn't? When you can't, God can. Spirit is unencumbered by your desire to control things or prove yourself. And I'm laughing because thank goodness Spirit is unencumbered by me needing to control things. So, there is enough. Do you believe me now? And you have enough. And you are enough. And at the heart of every circumstance is possibility and opportunity. So let's say this together if that's comfortable. I am grateful for everything I am, do, and have. And let's anchor this with this next song.
Perfect one, led by God. done. I behold the Christ in you.
Thank you for the excellent message as well as for the great song. Thank you, Reverend, for bringing your wisdom. It's now us to apply these nuggets of wisdom in our everyday life. And your message contained a lot of parts that we can work on. For me, I get all confused. I've got a hard time to choose. I like, first of all, I really like the banana cake principle. I really think this Christmas, in my family, we've decided not to exchange gifts, except for the grandchildren. So we're giving to charity instead. So I think that's what I really believe in sharing. There is a lot of prosperity in our country if we all share. Anyway, this is my message. Okay, so we did, I'll repeat. Let's take a moment to breathe in the abundance of the message, the music, and the meditation. As you take a deep breath, find yourself in the spirit of the spiritual law of giving and receiving during this gratitude of giving opportunity. We have been given, we have received. This is our turn to give back. There are envelopes on the back of the chairs, or you can go green by giving online or by e-transfer. Okay, we'll take a few moments of silence at this point. Let's bless these gifts together with this blessing. Divine love that I am blesses all I give and all I receive.
Next slide, please.
I can choose to be strong or surrender at your feet. I can rage like a fire or soothe like the breeze. All of this is all of you and me. In and through it all is God. I am here to be a mirror to reflect the divine in you, because in and through it all is God. Life can play a soft, sweet melody or screeching tragedy. It can wrap you in its arms or bring you humbly to your knees. It can bring so much suffering or joy and harmony. All of this is all of you and me, because in and through it all is God. Reflect the divine in you, because in and through it all is God. recognize our wholeness, because with God's love in and through it all, we are whole. Oh, in and through it all is God. In and through it all is love. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect the divine in you, because in and through it all is God. In and through it all is God. In and through it all is love. I am here to be a mirror, to reflect the divine in you. In and through it all is God. In and through it all is God.
You're fabulous. What can I say? Remember, we are here to pray with you, whether your prayer is a prayer of celebration, a prayer of gratitude, a prayer of support, anything that is on your mind. We will hold that prayer in our hearts for you. Oh, there's a part missing. Oh no. There are prayer request forms on the back of your chair. If you are watching online, please drop your prayer requests in the comments section below this video. Now I invite Revan to lead us in the closing prayer.
Okay, the light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. The mind of God guides you. I am the mind. The life of God flows through you. I am the life. The laws of God direct you. I am directed. The peace of God abides within you. I am the peace. The joy of God uplifts you. I am the joy. The strength of God renews you. I am the strength. The beauty of God inspires you. I am the beauty. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. Amen. And of course, let there be peace on earth. Sing along if you so choose.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
So thank you everyone for being here and for being here online. Hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week.